Namaste, welcome. We're going to do a practice on kind of core strength, core stability, very much focused here on the abdomen, on the Manipura chakra, the third chakra, center of fire. So it's going to be quite heating, warming. Most of it will be on your back, on your belly and on your back. So a very grounded sort of floor practice. You can pair it with another practice that I'll do with standing twists. That will be 30 minutes, and this is going to be a 30-minute practice. So start in a comfortable seat, closing your eyes. Just take a few moments to ground, to center. Rooting through your sitting bones, lifting up, lengthening through the spine. Really allowing the breath to massage and release any tension in the abdomen. So taking a few longer breaths in and out through the nose. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breathing, then a gentle, soft, deep Ujjayi. Feeling your shoulders release down away from your ears as you exhale. You can drop the chin a little bit towards the chest, feeling the base of the cranium lift. And I want you to take your hands, palms facing up in your lap, softening the fingertips. You're going to draw the breath in and up. As you breathe in, the hands are going to float up towards the heart, and then exhaling, turning the palms over and exhaling, washing that energy back down the front of the body. Turning the palms up on your inhale, floating the hands up as you breathe in, pausing at the top, palms turn over and exhale. Do 3 more like that in your own time. Settling and grounding the prana, the energy. Next time you exhale, just let the hands go back towards your lap. Taking a breath in. Let's chant Om. Taking some of that prana and externalizing it, breathing in again. Last time, breathing in. When you're ready, turning over onto your hands and knees, we're going to come into a wide-kneed child's pose with a twist. So sliding your right arm a little bit in front of you, you're going to thread your left arm underneath, bringing your left shoulder to the floor. If you have a block, you might want to slide a block or a cushion underneath the head. If it's comfortable for the neck, just bring the head towards the floor. So you're looking off towards the side. Right arm can stay on the floor if there's any pain in the shoulder. If not, you can wrap that right shoulder around the body, back of the hand resting on the sacrum. Some of you might be able to catch hold of your inner thigh. And then focus on the breath here. Breathing into the belly, softening with every breath, stimulating energy into the center, stomach, spleen, meridian lines running through the core of the body. Just becoming heavy here for 4 more breaths.
on your next exhale, unwinding the back arm, pressing the floor away from you. And we'll come to the other side. So you can slide the left hand a little bit further away, right arm comes underneath, trying to bring that right shoulder any amount towards your left knee. Again, if it's uncomfortable in any way for the head, slide something underneath it. Telephone directory, a book, yoga block if you have one. Wrapping the left arm around if it's comfortable for that left shoulder. And just softening the fingertips on that right hand. Breathing into the back of that right shoulder and softening the belly as you breathe. Just trying to be as heavy, as grounded as possible. Try and stay with the breath in and out through the nose if you can. And then releasing that back arm, pressing yourself back up. Coming into the center, and then just walking the hands out in front. You might bring your forehead down towards your block, towards the floor. Some of you might be able to bring your chest and your chin towards the ground. So find the option that works for you. Stay a little bit energized with your arms, spreading the fingers, spreading the palms, and just releasing and softening the chest any amount towards the floor. Three nice long deep breaths here. Softening the groins, feeling the sitting bones getting a little bit heavier. And then walking the hands back and towards you. And coming up, you can bring one knee at a time back in towards each other, and then come and lie on your belly. You can create a pillow for your forehead with your hands by stacking the palms. You can shake out the hips a little bit side to side. Just take a few moments to breathe in here. Sensing that connection with the abdomen on the floor. When you're ready, let's tuck the toes underneath and just send one heel away, right heel presses away, straightening that leg, and then go on the other side. Left heel presses away, taking the sacrum for a little walk. Exhaling, right foot, opening up the calves, left foot. Just flowing with your breath. One heel at a time. Just creating some softness at the sacrum. It's an area of the body that can get very stiff, sticky, stuck. Just creating a bit of flow, a bit of movement at the sacrum. It's working with these elemental energies, earth, flow, and fire. We'll come to the fire in a little bit when we come to more of the abdominal work. Good. Releasing your toes. You're going to bend your right knee and slide it up towards your armpit. And then slide it back down again. Breathing in as you slide the left knee up towards you. And then sliding that knee back down. Just do that a couple more times in your own time. Breathing in, sliding the knee up towards you. And down again. If you're on carpet or your sticky mat is not cooperating, just do your best. Do one more each side and then come back to stationary. And we'll come up into Sphinx, coming up onto our elbows. So elbows under the shoulders, palms your shoulder width apart.
Drawing your chin in back towards you so the head is up and over the spine. Energize your legs, tops of the feet pressing gently into the floor, knees lifting, pubic bone grounds and heavy sacrum. Lengthening through the abdomen. So that grounding of the front of the pelvis helps to find that lift and length through the spine, through the front body. If you feel like you could come up into cobra on an in-breath, slowly start to move the arms a little bit more towards straight, keeping a springiness in the elbows. Pubic bone stays on the floor. So just lift as high as you can without lifting the pelvis off the ground. So the lower body is your anchor. Energy and energized through the lower body. Really enjoy the inhalation. Feel that softness and expansion as you breathe. Really massaging into the colon, seat of Vata, air element in the body. And then slowly start to come back down. You can lower the forehead towards the floor, arms by your sides, palms facing the ground. Coming into some locust pose, lifting the head and the feet, the legs. Hands can stay on the floor, lifting up as you breathe in and then exhaling as you lower. And again, breathing into lift, upper and lower body. Pubic bones, sacrum stay heavy, exhaling as you lower. Do 3 more like that. Energizing, strengthening the whole of the back here. All of the muscles supporting the spine. Intrinsic back muscles. And the next time you come up, pause, hold it here. You're going to float the hands, turn the palms up towards the ceiling, and then moving here. You're not static, you're not stationary. Imagine that you're floating through water. This is infant pose. Wonderful way of strengthening the back. This is how toddlers learn how to strengthen, well, they do it intuitively, how to strengthen the muscles enough around the spine so they can get up and walk. So tuning into some of that cosmic intelligence in our own bodies, finding the breath, fluid movement here. Relaxing around your jaw, your eyes. You can soften through your fingertips. Last few breaths. And then turning over onto your backs, hugging your knees in towards you. You can gently rock from side to side, just massaging the lower back, breathing into the kidneys. And then reaching between the knees, catching hold of your ankles or the outer edges of your feet. You can draw the soles of the feet together, knees wide, or you can come into happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana, feet above the knees. If that feels a little bit too much, just keep the feet slightly lower, heels towards your sitting bones. The important part is that the spine stays long on the mat, lengthening through the lower spine. Taking a few deep breaths here. Relax your shoulders. You might turn the head gently from side to side, letting go of any tension in the neck. And then lowering the feet down, bringing the feet to the floor, knees hip width. Just have the arms by your sides. We'll just do some sacral undulations, pressing into the feet, lifting the hips a couple of inches off the floor. And then as you breathe in, you're going to tilt the other way, dropping the pubic bone towards the floor. So there's a little arch in the lower spine. Exhaling, pressing the spine, pressing into your feet to lift the pelvis. curling under, inhaling, tilting forwards. So just flowing with your breath, finding these small movements, just warming up the back from a different perspective, trying to find some length as you tilt underneath, connecting with Mula Bandha, that lift and rise of the pelvic floor. Let it go as you breathe in, feel the pelvic floor spread and widen, and connect. It's like finding the on-off switch. Let go as you breathe in, expand and soften, connect. Engage as you breathe out. Navel draws back to spine. Keep going with that movement. And we're going to draw the chin in towards the chest as we breathe in. So lengthen through the back of the neck. And as you breathe out, keep the head on the floor, but lift the chin. Open the throat. Back of the head stays on the ground. So keep going. We've just added the head and the neck into the movement. Breathing in, chin drops to chest, pelvic tilts forward. Exhale, chin lifts, pelvis curls under and lifts. And do 3 more like that. Good, the next time you tilt under, come back down, pause for a moment. I'm going to bring your hands behind the back of the head, interlace the fingers, elbows wide to the side. And then exhale and lift the pelvis up, tilting underneath, and lift your head and your elbows and the neck curling a little way off the floor. So nose towards navel, and then breathe in, head comes back down, pelvic tilts forward, lifting the chin. Exhale, curling under as you lift. Breathing in, head comes back down, lifting the chin, pelvis tilts forward. Exhale, curling towards each other. So you're going towards each other, and when you lower down and breathe in, you're going away from each other. So these movements stimulate cerebrospinal fluid from the sacrum up to the cranium. Energizing and lubricating the spine. Last one. And then pause, bring the hands back towards your sides. Take a moment. Connect to your breathing. And then we're going to cross the right leg over the left. Draw the knees in towards you. So Garudasana or eagle legs. Some of you might be able to bring your right toes around the calf. Don't worry if you can't do that. And then the left arm's going to cross over the right, bringing the palms together. If that's a bit too awkward, that arm movement, just bring the arms and the palms together. So bringing the forearms together. You're going to use your exhale. Knees are going to go 1 inch or 2 off towards the right. Arms are going to go off towards the left. So just coming off center and then coming back. Breathing into center. Exhale. Knees go to the left. Arms go to the right. Coming back through center. So just moving from side to side, stimulating through the center of the body. It's like you're wringing a towel, wringing from one end to the other in opposite directions. Connect to the breath. Inhale takes you through center, exhale takes you off. One more. And then curling up, head, knees, elbows towards each other, breathing into release. Exhale to curl. Breathing in to release. Exhale to curl. Inhale to release. One more time. And let go. Arms come wide. Feet wide, knees wide. Windscreen wiper side to side. And we'll do the same on the other side. So left knee is going to cross over right. Maybe the toes come behind the calf. Right arm's going to come over the left. Palms together, or just bring the hands and the elbows together if it creates tension for the neck. Knees out to the right, legs to the, knees to the right, arms to the left. Inhale through center. So finding that place where you're just balancing over side to side, stimulating that twist, but not tipping all the way over. Good work for the abdominals. Unwinding the spine at the same time. Connecting with the breath. Coming back through center. Exhaling as you curl up, knees, elbows towards each other. Breathing in as you lower. Exhaling to curl. Inhale as you lower. Exhaling to curl. Inhaling as you lower. Last one. And release. Arms, knees wide, windscreen wiper. Let go through the abdomen. You can even take your arms overhead. Create a bit more length. Good. And take the legs straight up towards the ceiling. Arms are going to come up. If you ever did ballet, it's kind of like first position. Fingers pointing towards each other. A little earthier description. It's more like you're hugging a tree. So elbows a little soft. Shoulders drawing back towards the floor. Knees glued together if you can, or that sense of velcroing between the inner line of the legs. And as you exhale, you're going to lower the legs maybe a quarter of a third of the way down, and then breathe in, come back up. Exhale to lower. Doesn't have to be very far. I'm just stimulating, strengthening through the core of the body. Shouldn't feel like any strain at all on your back. If it does, option to lift up the pelvis, slide your hands underneath, palms facing the floor, and try it like that. Exhaling down, inhaling up. So do 6 more. Flowing with the breath. Last one. If you've got the hands underneath, bring them back up here. We're going to do one leg at a time, and it's almost like a giant going for a walk. So right leg's going to lower towards the floor, right fingertips can go with, and then drawing that leg back up on an in-breath. Exhale, left leg down, left fingers down. And if you've got that down pat, maybe the opposite arm can go towards the floor behind you. Exhale as the leg lowers, inhale as the leg comes up. So the legs don't have to go down as low as this. You could go quarter, half of the way, just do smaller movements. We're strengthening through the center of the body. It should feel like the sides of the waist are moving down towards the floor. Spine is strong, lower spine is moving down towards the floor. So the abdominals are giving way with gravity. Use the exhale. Really feel the abdominals supporting and hugging the spine. Last couple here. And then legs stay up. Fingertips come behind you, creating little tent on the floor with your hands. Elbows pointing up towards the ceiling. And then draw your knees in towards your chest, and one leg at a time. Push out as if you were riding a bicycle, pushing out. You can go up towards the ceiling. This is the easiest variation. It might not feel easy, so if you're feeling challenged right here, stay where you are. Or you might start to push out at an angle towards the corner of the room. A little bit harder if you go a little bit lower towards the baseboards. Shouldn't feel like your spine is arching off the floor. Should feel like the spine is rooted down towards the ground. So it's a test to see how engaged your abdominals are, and you really want them engaged. So don't push yourself too much. It's better to do more repetitions at something a little easier that you can maintain than go for broke. So find that sweet spot for you. We'll do 30. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Good. Hug your knees in towards you. Take a breath. Well done. And then bring the left foot to the floor. Catch hold of the right big toe with the first two fingers. If that's not doable, just interlace the fingers behind the back of the leg. And just draw that leg gently in towards you, any amount. You're going to let the left knee come in towards you. You're going to bring the left arm out to the side, and you're going to roll onto your left side. So keep hold of that big toe for now. Your left hand can catch hold of the underside of the foot, right hand can hold outer side of the foot. And if the foot feels like it's too far away, bend the knee or hold onto the leg. And then bring your left ear to rest on your left arm. Just finding some length in the underside of that right leg. We're going to come into a twist, so let go of the foot with your right hand, bring the back of the head to the floor, and start to peel and open your chest towards the ceiling as you bring that right arm back over to the right side, opening out. Revolved abdomen pose. Jatara Parivartasana. Take a few lovely breaths here. And then peeling back the way you came, bending the knees, rolling back onto your back, and coming to the left side. So big toe, first two fingers, right foot can find the floor, or interlace the hands behind the back of the left leg, drawing that leg any amount in towards you. Drawing your right knee in towards you so the knees are together, right foot's floating off the floor, right arm comes out to the side, and just roll onto the other side. Right hand can hold the instep of that left foot, left hand on the outer edge of that foot, and see if you can bring your right ear towards your arm. So your chin is dropping in towards your chest. So you're creating a nice rounded spine, lengthening the underside of that left leg. A sort of lying side Paschimottanasana. And take another breath here. When you're ready, we'll come into our revolved twist. Back of the head comes to the floor. Let go with the left arm and start to roll and open out towards the ceiling. You want to try and breathe that left shoulder as much as you can back towards the floor. If it's nowhere near the floor, then just have your hands resting on the ribs. I should have said that for the other side. But just move, find yourself into a comfortable twist. Just arrange your body, let go of the foot if you need to. Last 2 breaths. And then peeling back the way you came, bending the knees, coming back onto your back, hugging the knees in. We're going to make our way again onto our belly. We're going to let go of all of that twist, that strengthening, any tension that may have crept in. We're going to come into a back bend. So depending on your back bending capacity, I'm going to offer Sphinx. We could come back into Sphinx. If there's any problem or injury or sensitivity to the knees, this might be the better option. Otherwise, come into bow pose. So bringing the hands by your sides for now, bending the knees, inner feet coming together, and imagining you've got helium balloons attached to the feet, and just see if you can float the feet, the knees up, engagement through the legs, through the gluteal muscles. You might stay here. You might reach back towards your feet. If you can actually hold the ankles, great, not to worry. If you can't, and keeping the feet flexed, resisting the shins back and away from you. So pubic bone, sacrum stay heavy. Really reaching, lengthening through the abdomen for 3 breaths. And then gently release. Back bend, coming into child's pose. And if you can, knees maybe a little bit closer together, hip width or actually together, and you can roll the arms by your side, shoulders coming forwards, forehead to the floor. From here, coming onto your backs, stretching out your legs, lying onto the spine, coming into Shavasana. Becoming soft, becoming heavy, and just allowing the practice to be received at the cellular level. Namaste.